Tell us a bit about the world in which they live.
I'm playing a working class, if you can believe it, Welsh upstart who marries Claire Foy, who's a Yorkshire-born aristocrat, and I basically fleece her of all her money. She falls in love with my character, and we live a completely debauched life, shagging in every direction, spending all the money, gambling, and then we try and salvage ourselves with this master plot.
I was going to say, it all kind of boils down to a moment where the Duke and Duchess of Devonshire, they're due to pay a visit, but it kind of causes some problems, let's say.
Yeah, it bankrupts us because we have to spend all our money, what we have left, pawn all the jewellery, all the paintings, in order to pay for their visit, which goes disastrously wrong.
High stakes, high stakes. We've seen you, obviously, in a lot of period dramas like Gosford Park and The Other Bennett Sitter, which is so brilliant.
Thank you.
But for this one, there was quite a makeover. Was it fun?
Yeah, because the men in the 18th century wore huge wigs and makeup and beauty spots and incredibly flamboyant clothes. They were the real peacocks of their age. So it was, you know, you can't go at this kind of part half-heartedly. You've got to, you know, take it on full measure and give 5,000%.
Yeah, you really embraced this one, didn't you?
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was the wig, was it heavy? I mean, like, because you're in that the whole time as well.
Well, it was very cold because these big country houses that we film in have no central heating.
Yeah,
so
of course.
because we filmed in the winter, it acts like a tea cosy and earmuff, so I was very grateful for that.
And we love Claire Foy. She's an incredible actress.
But she's very difficult to work with.
Is she?
She has no sense of humour. I mean, she's plain as a bucket, let's face it. And smells as well. So
Disappointing.
I absolutely adored her. She was fantastic.
What would she say about working with you?
Oh,
Same.
you couldn't... It's unprintable.
Yeah. But you know, these characters that you end up playing, Richard, you know, they are so iconic. But am I right in thinking you kind of credit Withnail and I and that movie to these, I guess, more outlandish roles that you end up getting?
Well, because it was the first film that I'd ever been in 40 years ago, and the character was so extreme and out-of-work alcoholic drug addict that I think that if I'd been cast as the butler in Remains of the Day and played very uptight people, I would have had a completely different career trajectory and probably wouldn't be sitting here now. So I owe it everything.
No, but you worked with Daniel Day-Lewis, didn't he?
I did.
Didn't you? And that was the reason you had the big break.
Yeah, because mercifully he turned the part down. So I had a small part in Age of Innocence that Scorsese directed in 1991. And on the first day that I met Daniel, with the same age, you know, lots of people in common, I prostrated myself in his Winnebago and I said, "Thank you, oh Daniel, for passing on this role so that I could be here." And he said, "Arise, my boy." And then went method for the rest of the shooting and didn't speak to me for 3 months.
Oh, no.
I was mortified. I thought I'd done something wrong.
That's a commitment, isn't it?
Yeah.
What,
On the last day, he was very friendly again.
So
Okay.
throughout the film that you had, he
Yeah, because his character hated my character in the story. And I said to Michelle Pfeiffer and Winona Ryder and Miriam Margolyes in makeup, and the next day I said, he's completely blanked me. And they said, yes, because his character hates your character. He's in the method. So I thought, all right, OK. But it's unnerving. You know, if I just met you now, and I saw you a day later, and you were like, hi, like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So it was Winona Ryder that kind of just told you, don't worry, it's a little bit of method that he's doing.
Yeah, not a little bit. I mean, he's full on. You know, it's an amazing way of working. He has 3 Oscars and I have none. So something worked out.
But also, it was Winona Ryder that insisted that you worked on Dracula with her as well, because she was a fan of Withnail and I.
Yeah, I met her at a party in Los Angeles. I was doing a film called The Player, and she came up to me and blew fan smoke because she and Johnny Depp, who she was with at the time, were Withnail obsessives. So she said, "You have to meet Francis Ford Coppola and be in this film." And I thought, well, yeah, that's never going to happen. And then it did. It came true. So I owe Winona that.
Oh, we love Winona even more now.
Yeah.
Sam, we know you're a big fan of Richard's, and
Thank
you'd
you.
like to ask a
Him.
question. Well, that's nice and mutual.
I waited
You'd
to
like
come
to have
back
a
on the show
question?
until you were right with us.
I'm only on this show if you're on it.
Can we all get married?
A throuple.